Greetings again, YouTubians. Let's discuss bear country. What weapons would you take into bear country? You see, Mark figured out the secret on how to take down a grizzly with one shot. One shot can do it. One shot. But you need a shotgun or a 10 millimeter. You see, okay. Here's the thing. If I did go camping, if I was near bear country, I wouldn't be expecting to see a grizzly bear, a brown bear, a black bear, a yogi bear, a freaking Paddington the bear, or a teddy bear. It doesn't matter. Or Ted. I wouldn't expect to see any bear. But just in case I do happen to run into a bear, well, it's good to have slugs for a shotgun, you know? It's good to have slugs for a shotgun. Ha 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 ha. This right here will get the job done. And I'll get to how to stop a bear with one shot. Or you might need two, that's just fine. One to hit him, two to make sure. And it's gotta be buckshot. It's gotta be buckshot straight at him. But I'm going to tell you the secret. You see, if I went into bear country, I have to have two weapons. A shotgun and a 10 millimeter, which I'm covered. So if I'm ever up in the woods and see mountain lions, okay, 9 millimeter is good to take down a mountain lion too. But you need several shots. But a 10 millimeter will end them real quick. It's not like I want to go out there and shoot animals. All I can say is nobody better not harm no raccoons. They better not. Don't harm a raccoon. They're very intelligent animals. I love them. Matter of fact, I feed some that come near my house, when they come around, thanks to the goddamn coyotes. Thanks a lot, coyotes. Appreciate it. You done scared off one raccoon named George Clooney, and then you scared off another raccoon, Tommy Lee Jones, and then you scared off the Brad Pitt raccoon. You scared off all three of them. So you coyotes beware. So I do got a shotgun. And I do got a 10 millimeter that'll end it real quick. Okay, rant over. Don't harm raccoons. Don't nobody out there harm raccoons. So anyhow, in bear country, you got a choice with a shotgun or a 10 millimeter. Or both. Because this Glock 20, oof. Here's the thing that nobody has to tell me this. I already know. I couldn't get a 40 cal, so I got a 10 millimeter. And 10 millimeter, they say, is a souped up 40. Okay. It might be a souped up 40, but it still hits like a 3 mules. I'm not going to rack the sight. So anywho, yeah, that's what I would take to bear country. A 10 millimeter, just like Chuke. Chuke Outdoors. Subscribe to Chuke Outdoors. Chuke knows what the hell he's talking about. He lives in Alaska. He knows exactly what rounds to use. Because the magic bullet here, I still got this out here. The AR-15 is not enough for a bear. It might be enough, but not enough. Chuke Outdoors Adventures. I'm going to tell you something. Chuke knows what he's talking about. So basically, after subscribing to his channel a couple of years ago, I learned a few things, but I also figured out something about a grizzly or a polar bear that would really screw their lives up. Not that I go up there looking for trouble with a polar bear, grizzly bear, black bear, brown bear, it doesn't matter. But Chuke puts on some good points, So subscribe to Chuke's Outdoors Adventures. I gotten a lot of education from that guy. So if I'm ever up in the snow up there, I'm going to have to shave. Jeez, growing a beard. That's not good. I don't want to look like Grizzly Adams. So anyhow, getting to a grizzly bear. Yeah, you can punch some holes in the skull with a 10 millimeter, but these are only 180 grain. I can get some big bore 10 millimeter, but, I don't really have any use for it around here since I live in a city. So basically a shotgun I figured out something about grizzly bears, brown bears, black bears, whatever bears, gummy bears. The thing is, a grizzly bear, you shoot him with some buckshot, that's like shooting Skittles that penetrate part of his skin. But there is one place that will finish his ass real quick, but that bear will get fucked up. I guarantee you, the bear will get fucked up. Of course, I wouldn't want a bear to get too close. But the thing is, if he pokes his head right at you, you load some buckshot, and you aim straight for the nose. That buckshot hits his nose, he's going to have a bloody nose, and it's kind of hard to breathe and charge at the same time. Because once you fuck up his nose, his orbital, well, not his orbital, but his nasal bone, you fuck up his nose, guess what? He's done. He's done. Of course, I wouldn't want a grizzly to get that close to me, but shotguns are definitely my choice of weapon. I love AR-15s. I do. But, you know, a shotgun can do a hell of a lot more. So, Dr. T, if you happen to run into a bear, a grizzly, shoot him in the nose and bam! And away goes the grizzly. I mean, it'll slow his ass down, then he'll eventually bleed out from his nose and his mouth, or knock one of his teeth out, or whatever. But yeah, that's how you can, that's in theory what I could do to a grizzly bear. Shoot him in the nose. But you got to aim precisely. You do have to aim with a shotgun. You do have to aim. And you creep your finger down. The minute he gets at a certain distance, bam! Right there, right on his nose. You know, and that buckshot will spread. It'll spread out a little bit. And man, it hits his nose bone. He'll be, oh man. He'll be, that bear will be like, yeah, it'll slow his ass down. That'll give him something to think about. And that goes for coyotes, and that goes for any mountain lions, whatever. Don't harm raccoons. Because I love raccoons. It's part of my life. I love raccoons. So anywho, that's my theory. And thanks to Chuke Outdoors Adventures. Chuke. You know, Chuke rocks. I like that guy. If I could go up to Alaska, I would. And, you know, honestly... Oh, and that goes for wild hogs, too. Watch out for those little crazy bastards. Whew. Wild hogs are no joke. They're vicious. I never took wild hogs seriously until I actually, like I said, seen one in a cage, and it lunged at me. I go, oh, that's the aggressive pig, huh? Okay. I don't think I'll know him from kosher bacon. So anyhow, for wild hogs... Same thing. Same thing. Get yourself a shotgun. But if you're ever up in bear country, hog country, whatever, get a 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter will finish a hog real quick. And I've seen a guy who shot a hog with a Glock 20. 10 millimeter. And that hog went down. It flinched for a few seconds, a few minutes, but then it eventually died. Or it was unalived, as they say. So, bear country, shotgun. Bear country, 10 millimeter. And give a shout out to Chuke Outdoor Adventures. Take care of yourself. Be safe. Oh, Lee 77. I haven't forgot about you. Mouse! Later.